Hi Scorpios, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and I actually wasn't going to do a monthly, but gotta do it. Probably stick to my monthlies. I think you guys need an overview. You know, I don't know what I'm doing with my channel, but I do know that eventually I figure it out. I actually just let spirit guide me, and then it just, I don't know, it takes me on this journey and I do what it says. So on the 6th, Venus goes direct in Leo in the 10th house, and that is your career, life, path, destiny. And okay, so I'm looking at everything and I'm really absorbing what I feel from this reading. And I believe that you're on a journey of self-discovery. I believe that there is much more to you than meets the eye. You are at a place of peace and tranquility. There's an acceptance that you have at this point, but there's a redefining that you're doing. And there has been past pain and affiliated with how you're redefining yourself and how you're progressing forward. But I think that you see this on a bigger perspective than most people do. I think you see this as an overall growing experience, an emotion-based experience that has helped you flourish and see a broader perspective and get in tune with who you are on a spiritual level. I see that you understand what your purpose in your life, career path, destiny is, but I feel like you have a bit of doubt that people will be on board, and so you hide it, you shield, it's almost like there's a fear associated with the need to want to triumphantly overcome it. I do believe that if you do, I see tremendous progression, ascension, and absolute financial security from it. But I believe that for a while you are going to feel like if you expose yourself, there's a judgment involved. There's a judgment in others. And so I think there is in order for you to seek the peace, you actually put some of your progression on hold, and you hold back to keep the mental safety that you need. And I understand that, but for you to fully get what you want, you have to let this creative perspective flow out of you. And it is a spiritual connection with the universe. It is a defining connection. It is an authentic purpose. And not everybody, I think, will be fully on board with your perspective. And I think that there will be the people that are ego-oriented and they seek you to be collective, and so they're going to want you to find a way to succumb to them, but you know that your destiny and that your purpose is not that. You know that your inevitable experience was not about defining you as a collective thinker, but as an individual. And I think that if you seek that defining moment, I think that if you identify yourself as an individual and not as a collective with your peers, your immediate peers, that this journey that you are going to embark upon will be quite plentiful and very beneficial in the month of September. There will be a rebirth. There will be a regeneration. There will be a death to something, but an absolute triumphant beginning to something. But you have to stand up and not be a collective person. So this person accepts your pain, and it's deceptive that they do, because when they do, they accept you for as you are and not what you will become, and so that you may fall back on that predisposed wiring, this south node wiring, this Jupiter, you know, like the stuff that we're trying to break free from, and we're trying to get Libra based, we're trying to get balance, we're trying to say, yes, my past was this and it defined me, but yes, my future is this, and it's actually, thank you for my past because it defines me in my future. So getting people on board with your journey is going to be, at some point, shielding. It's going to be very hard for you to stand up, but you are going to prevail. You are going to persevere. You're going to prove to them that moving forward is the way to go, and stand up against collective thinking. And you're going to find an inner peace in it. In the night when you sleep, there is going to be a protection that shroud over you. You're going to feel something spiritually and energetically that other people don't, because that you have this Scorpion connection with the universe, and you are going to get messages that are very clear that you need to overcome belief systems in collective thinking, and that you're going to set a new trend. That's what I see for you as far as in the 10th house on the 6th. It's just, wow, I haven't had that feeling before, but it's very real. On the 12th, there's a new moon solar eclipse in Virgo, and this is going to be in your 11th house. So for you, you're a trendsetter in your friends. You are progressive movement. You are showing them that you are now stable and that you are energetically connected with something beyond you, and that there is something that they can learn from you, that they can flourish if they know you, that they can seek your strength. They can see that you overcame insurmountable odds, terrible pain, and that you have beat it, and that there's an angelic peace that you finally have, and that even though you are protective and you are selective in the friends that you choose, you are going to flourish with all of them, and through knowing them, you are going to receive a incredible opportunity that will create a new perspective and a new way of thinking, and it will fly away and it will become who you are going to be. And that there's going to be a triumphant outcome to all of this past pain, all of this Leo. We went through Venus and Leo pulling us back into the past, so there's a lot of progression in our life path destiny. Friends are going to be the key in showing us acceptance of how we've overcame. We're going to be very selective with our friends. We're going to show people that we are moving forward, that we can triumph it, and so can they. And you're a leader in this movement. There's something substantial about you. I just got to make sure my boss didn't call me. Okay. He didn't. But you know who called me? I don't know if you guys know. You guys can't freaking see it. This cowboy who's naked called me. Whatever. That's so Scorpion. It's because you guys are Scorpios that I just looked at my little, it's a naked cowboy with a cowboy hat over his. Pretty. Anyhow, so on the 17th, Mercury goes into retrograde in Libra in the 12th house. For you, this is deep. This is about balancing past pain, which you have already done. You have let a lot of it go. You have sought the higher purpose. You are ready to flourish and grow and get what you need from what happened to you. And there's a spiritual awakening of something more. There was a meaning for something more that happened to you than you actually truly understand. And you're not shunning so much as you are learning from it. And there is a defense mechanism that you have put in place that you understand that is there for a reason. And So when Libra goes into retrograde, people probably are going to test your boundaries. They're probably going to test your inner peace. They're probably going to ask you to go on their journey, and you're not going to do it because this is about your peace, your understanding. You went through enough. Now you get to triumph it over that. So you don't go on people's journeys anymore, and there's a bigger awareness of it, and you can say no to what they want, and you can stay on your life path destiny. Saturn goes into Sagittarius in your second house on the 17th. So for you, this has a lot to do with your purpose, how others value you, what you place value on, how you move forward with what you value. This is all emphasized when Saturn goes into Sagittarius, and this will be in there for the next couple of years. So for you, you're going to go on a journey about what you value. Is it money that you value? Is it tangible things that you value? Is it security that you value? Or is it peace, mental tranquility, learning? Is it an awakening to your career life path destiny? Is it a standing up to your fears? Is it overcoming? Is it shying away from the collective and holding what you hold dear away from others that want to influence you? These are all things that you are going to be thinking about for the next 2 years. And truly placing the significant value that you have on all of those aspects that you have learned. On the 22nd, there's going to be a lunar eclipse in Aries, and for you, that's going to hit your your 6th house. And for you, that has to do with setting routines within inside yourself for progression, for ascension, for moving up, for getting what you freaking want and what you deserve, and not letting others influence you and telling you what you deserve and what you want and what you desire. It is a higher purpose, and you understand it, and you are the only one that understands it. But balancing out what the collectives think versus what you need, there's a balancing act that goes with that, and it is a standing up. It is a, it's taking no prisoners. It's letting others know there's a higher purpose for you, and that you don't have to submit no matter how much they try to control you. You are identifying your sun, you are identifying your moon, you are shining that down upon them. You are influencing them, and they are trying to have the control over you, but you are shining brighter than they are having control of you. You are bigger than they are. And that is very difficult for them to accept, because you have all of this past pain and all of this past experience. You have redefined your ego. You have found inner peace, and you are creating a new journey. And that is not a journey that they understand. They identify you with the old Aries energy. They don't re-identify you with this current perspective that you're on, this new life path destiny. You are holding it dear. You are hiding it from them. You are keeping it from them. And only a selective few, only the people that recognize your potential, get to see the shining ability that you are going to be, the impact that you can have on the world, the perspective, the new perspective that you have. Jupiter is going to be in the 11th house for a year. So this is about getting your friends on board and a support system. This is not about getting your family on board. I want to say that this is about having your friends match the type of person that you're inevitably going to be, that you're inevitably going to become. This is about valuing yourself and having friends that value you, and about having others that seek your absolute potential. This is also about inevitably getting the acceptance from the friends that you do seek and that you do place value on, to value you in the same perspective, and allow you to lead and allow you to guide others and allow you to shed light and your life experience on their new perspectives and allow you to go on your personal journey. This is about redefining your identity. You're taking your past pain and you're actually allowing it to re-identify yourself. This is an amazing time for you, Scorpios. Embrace it and love it. It is absolutely a flourishing moment. Just remember that you have a new moon solar eclipse in Virgo in your 11th house. This is about making new friends, making new beginnings, making new progressive movements with people who accept you for exactly who you are. Lunar eclipse is about shedding the light on some old past routines and creating progression and creating forward movement. And don't let others pull you back into past routines, because that's not who you are. That's not how you define yourself. Thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I will see you guys next month.